That's
Hey guys, welcome again to another episode of Here We Grow at the Hive Garden Studios. Guys, I have not stopped smiling. My cheeks are hurting and we ain't even started yet. I have got the sickest person from West in the house. Tell us about you. What's your name? Where you were born and raised?
Jeez.
And
everything.
what you do?
Bank account details
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. If I can have that too,
Jeez,
please.
Okay. So my name's Axel Blake. I'm a stand-up comedian. And I'm also, I would like to call myself a social median.
What, social media?
Yeah, it's like a mixture between social media and a comedian. So I came out with the word social median. It kind of runs though, yeah. So yeah, that's me. And I just go crazy with the videos, and obviously I do stand up. So
that I enjoy watching.
Yeah,
It gives me life.
Thank you.
Where were you born and raised?
I was born in West London. I used to live in Twickenham. Then we moved to Acton. No, Twickenham, Hounslow, then Acton. But it's always been West.
Always West.
Always been West. From
So
day.
West.
West boy.
Hey.
West boy.
Ra. Okay, tell us about your journey of how you started into this.
I used to watch cartoons, and I used to think to myself, at a young age, I believe I could create a better one than this.
Oh, wow.
I just didn't know how to go about it. But I remember watching cartoons saying, I can tell adults are creating this. You're not hitting it on the nail. I can't remember how old I was, but I remember thinking, I wonder, maybe when I'm older, or just before I turn to an adult, so I don't fall into the same trap, I will create a cartoon. But it never happened, and yeah. But I suppose looking back now, that's a form of creative. I know for a fact I know for a fact.
You say never happened, but you still got
I know.
time.
I'm just elsewhere now, innit, mentally. But I just remember thinking, and I wrote down a little. I don't know how to write a script, but I kind of wrote, be this and main character.
Oh, wow. How old were you?
I couldn't tell you. It made under 10.
I spoke to somebody and they said mistakes is so important to make mistakes because it makes you.
Yeah. I actually do love mistakes.
Yeah, man.
When I look at it now, mistakes is a good thing.
Yeah. How are you going to learn?
Exactly. just be right the whole way. No. So, I was quite naughty, rebellious. But then at school, I wasn't like the other kids. I didn't understand academically the way they did. I didn't pick up the information the way they did.
Yeah.
Like I was very good at copying. If someone put something together and I could watch them and I could imitate it. But when it comes to reading this, memorizing it, and then repeating it, I didn't learn like that. There's a certain word for it. I can't remember what it's called. But I learned in a way biology, where 1 mil of this, 2 mil, smash out of the park. Because it's like I'm
like you got
taking... I could just...
photographic
memory. I could just take it in much easier. But obviously coursework and stuff ain't like that. So, and that went... And then I come to find out dyslexic. So that's where I was like, oh...
When did you find out you were dyslexic? What age?
During school.
So did they diagnose you or did your parents ask
The parents
for them?
asked.
Yeah. Wow.
Then later on, after school, found I had ADHD.
Yeah, that's some superpowers, you know.
Yeah, that's how I see it now,
Yeah,
you know.
no, it's a superpower.
I literally see it like that. But other people, if you don't understand, they're literally, it's funny you said that because I call it that.
It is.
It's a full-on super, because I guarantee that's what's made me how I am today. Do you know how much comedians are dyslexic? Growing up, seeing how many people have that, it made me feel comfortable.
But as a young boy, finding out that you have dyslexia, ADHD at that time, how did you feel?
Didn't feel good.
Yeah.
I didn't feel good. I had to be at the front of the class. I took in information very different to the other kids. I got straight D's.
Yeah, man.
And E's and all that. But now looking at it, I just learned different.
After school then, did you go into college, uni?
No, after school I went to college. I went to St. Charles College. So I was St. Charles College. I went for a year.
What did you study?
IT, I believe. I don't know.
Because you wanted to...
I don't know. I have no idea. IT, and I dropped out. And then from that, I started working and finding myself and what I like. But I was very hands-on. So I've never been behind the desk in front of a computer. I'm very over the years I've been a plumber, been a builder, been like delivery driver, junior
Hence why
chef.
there's
Do
social
you
media
understand?
and the social, because
the social.
everything in there
Yeah, yeah.
is what you've
Is what I've
been.
been doing in my videos. But like, I can't just. I have to do things. And like when I said about how I learn about, putting things together, that's why I love building stuff.
Yes.
Like I could look, I learned to tile myself, learned to plaster, learned to paint, learned to build kitchen. Put my own kitchen in, plumb
What?
everything. Like I see it like Minecraft. I love it.
Wow.
Get the measurements. Oh, God damn. I won't sleep at night till the next. Yeah, I'm serious with it. So
And you never went into like go and get a certificate
no.
for?
I just done it for myself and for my close family. Yeah, I used to even just talking about it, it's like, yeah, I used to love that stuff.
Sick.
Like, what's it called? Architecture, I suppose.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So with that, at what point did you know or realize I'm actually funny?
Right. So, around my friends, I was always a joker. Always. So through school, throughout this playtime, after school, before joker.
Yeah.
And but everyone is. Well, my friends, there was a few jokers in our group, and that kept going on. Weekends being the joker. But then, like I said, I used to be quite bad, and I kind of ended up with the wrong type of people and turn gang affiliated. And then, unfortunately, I went to prison.
No way.
So I went to prison in '06. And that is what changed me and made me realize, like, come on, you need to fix up.
Wow.
You need to fix up and find even in there, I was a joker, but it was just like, fix up, like, do better.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And there was a lot of people in there that made me realize, like, there's so many people it just made me realize how privileged I was. Because there's enough of them, man, that couldn't read, couldn't write. I remember because in jail you have like a pad mate, a cellmate.
Yeah.
And I remember having to read the guy's letters for him. He didn't know how to write a letter. And I was like, and then what happened when he left? No, it was just like, because we're cool.
Okay.
I saw him out, that kind of thing. And then when he left, because his release date came, and next guy came, the same thing. He couldn't understand. I'm like, what's going on?
Damn.
And that people are teaching each other how to read in jail, because you got classes in jail and stuff. And it was like, bro. And then I left and I kind of focused and I kind of changed the people I was around. And then I remember I found, I went to a comedy show, but I went by myself. It was in Hackney Empire. And I just was in love. I was just like, raw, this is crazy. And like, I speak about this often. Yeah, the comedians. Slim was on there. Killjoy was on there. Some other two guys, JCX and Slicks. And Kevin J was on there. But I was just like, raw. And then like, yeah, I messaged one of the guys on Facebook. I said, yo, how do you do that? I loved what you done. Like, I was in awe.
And you was confident enough to message them? Or
Yeah.
did you know them?
No,
or?
I didn't know him. But I found him on Facebook and I was like, long message. It took him about 3 days to respond. So after like day one, I thought, he's not going to respond.
Yeah.
Man. But he did.
Yeah,
and he's like, yo, bro. And he responded back with everything. And then he's like, go to like work in progress shows and like open mic shows where you could go test out and, find your feet. And everyone knows you're new. So they're not expecting that. And that's where you start. So that's what I've done. And then from that point on,
The rest is
history.
But before we even get there,
Okay, cool.
What made you go on Britain's Got Talent?
Okay, so
Because you're doing well with the stand-up
all
comedy.
right, let me do the journey of the stand-up. So I'm doing these little shows, trying to get out there. It's working because you start off with a little bit of material at first. First, I started off with like 2 minutes and wasn't even strong material, but 2 minutes, and then you build it up, and then like 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes. Your aim is to get to a strong 20 minutes, and then you're classed as like, because the promoters will ask you, what, you got a 20? Have you got a strong 20? Done that, traveling around, getting my name out there, and it's going big, it's going well. I'm going on tours. It's like I'm growing quick, and then I'm doing this for years. Social media is coming in, and that's helping me as well. So like on Facebook, like doing videos, and it's now I've realized that promoters are like, oh, you got a following online? Okay, I'll get you that booking. But before it's like, I haven't heard of you. I don't know who. There's no other comedian to vouch for you. But then now there's this new entry of like, oh, what's your?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've seen.
Yeah.
So, anyways, fast forward now. I've been doing that, growing good numbers on socials. Socials is now an integral part of stand up. In fact, of most people's lives, but at the time, you're good on socials, people will book you. COVID now comes. I'm doing good. I just sold out O2 Indigo by myself. That's 1,700 people, and it was my first hour show. It was amazing. Like, that was 2018.
Before you go on stage, are you nervous?
Every time. Every
What?
time. Every single solid time. And it's funny because us comedians and the veterans, I spoke to them and they said the same thing.
Wow.
But once you get that first laugh, you're like, okay. I'm here.
Okay.
Like that. But before, every time, I hear even the big guys, Jimmy Carr, and Peter Kay, they all say the same thing.
But the first laugh is what you kind of like get
For
the
me.
boost. Okay.
Because we all have different rituals before we go on. Like for me, I need silence. Like more time, everyone knows Axel, he's disappeared. Because I'm like in my zone, I'm just like, okay. Like, some people sing. There's one comedian, he starts punching like, you see him just before, behind that black curtain, you'd think, he's that's his thing.
Wow.
You got other people that got headphones in. You got other people that need a smoke. They need a drink.
Yeah,
Like everyone's got their own ritual. Me, it's silence.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Okay.
And I know what time I'm on, but like the promoter's scared or the host is like, where is he? I can't see him.
But
I'm
you
just
know.
like, I'm close, but yeah.
So you've now sold out this.
Yeah, sold
arena.
out. To be fair though, there's good and bad to that because when I done that all myself, but it put me in such a mental, it broke me to be fair, because I tried to do everything myself. So I'm trying to write this material, piece it together. It takes a long time to get and make it a good solid hour, but at the same time, I'm trying to be a promoter. And what I'm doing is I'm like, because these times I was big on Snapchat. So I'm like, guys, I'm in North London. I'm here from 6 till 11, yeah? If you're in North, I'll come up to you, DM me. I'm physically, and I'm keeping up the, like, yo, and then when I'm meeting people, like, yo, this one got the tickets, big up yourself. But at the same time, like, basically writing stand-up is a completely different mindset to, like socials and promoting. Like, for me and many others, it's a different mindset. If I'm writing a show, I can't do socials. If I'm doing socials, I can't write. It's a different switch. And I didn't know this though. I learned, that taught me. But I'm doing both of them. And I'm like, my writing's not working. And it's like, oh, a few months left. And I'm panicking. And at the same time, I'm worried. And see, with black shows, yeah, we buy tickets last minute.
Yeah.
Last minute. So my mind, I've put everything, like it cost me, I didn't even have this kind of, at the time it cost me 18,000 to put down to even have the venue.
Jeez.
I had nothing. And it's like, if I had to put my money on my office and I like, if it flopped, I'm done for. Do you know what I mean? And I'm panicking and I want a good show and I'm I think even 2 weeks before, like it holds 1,700. I think I was under 1,000.
Wow.
And I'm like, I got like 800. That's gonna be empty. Oh my god! I'm still on the socials, like, yo, do you know what I mean? And it was breaking me. Anyways, the week of, like the 3 days before, and then sold. But like that stress beforehand, and it made me realize the power of a team. I didn't. I just tried to do it myself.
Yeah.
And so after that, I just disappeared. People are like, bro, you just done something great. Like people are. You know, they want to reload. They hit them again. Yeah, literally. And I just disappeared. But then shortly after, COVID came in. So COVID happened, and that was a good break. But like, I needed it. I was just like, this is a lot. And then like, I wasn't doing shows really. And it was weird because like, and then COVID came. Me and the missus just at home. And I was like, I just want to go away. Let's just go away. So I booked a nice, I was planning to propose, yeah.
Oh.
So we booked 5 different cities, yeah.
Wow.
So I remember, so it was China, Japan, Bali, Australia, then Singapore. Like, it was like 8 weeks. We're gone.
Wow.
And I had the ring, I had everything, and I didn't know what country I was gonna do it. Maybe Great Wall,
Yeah.
maybe in Tokyo, maybe. But I just knew that when the time was right, bow, that was me.
You're ready.
Yeah, COVID said, no, you're not.
Oh, that COVID, man.
COVID came and said, sit your ass down. Yeah, try to get your money back from the airlines. You're not going. You're not going. So that just bothered me. But then, on a good note, then we found out that she was pregnant. So I was like, oh my gosh. So then we was just home, and it was perfect timing because we're home anyways,
Yeah.
and I'm just here making sure she's good. And then 2022, I'm lying, 2020, my daughter was born.
Yes.
And then
You're such a beautiful girl. And she's really
thank
entertained you as
Yeah,
well, you know.
Yeah, she's a character. And then so it was just perfect timing. And then during COVID, BGT called and asked if I want to be on the show.
Wow.
And I was like, they've seen clips and stuff online, and then I was like, no, I'm not. I'm good. I'm not there. What you want to do? Stand up. I do black comedy as well.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I was thinking. And the other thing with that is, when I've been thinking of BGT, I was mixing X Factor, by the way. I didn't know at the time, but I was like, when you flop, you lot boo. You know, you remember? Like, they had the things where, like, people do things wrong and they proper push that. That's what I'm picturing. So I'm like, hold on. See, if it goes wrong, you're going to be like, comedian. Yeah. And I'm like, nah. And they said, no, you're confusing X Factor. We don't do that no more. Like, with BGT, quite different. It's a multi-talented show. You're thinking of when you used to come and try sing and you can't sing properly. Yeah. And I was like, okay, you might be right. But I said no. I said no to the show. Then COVID, there was that, it's not happening this year because this is meant to be 2021. So it's not happening this year. We'll ask you again in 2022. I said, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
They asked me again 2022. They called me back like, come back, COVID, the restrictions or something. What's your thoughts? And I was like, what? No, I don't want to.
Oh, wow.
And then when I spoke to my missus, she goes, what's the worst that can happen? And I'm like, what if I flop? And I was like, but what if I don't? I remember looking in the mirror thinking, what if I don't? Like, what? And like we were talking earlier, I like risk. I do. And it's like, I don't want to look back and be like, oh, I wonder if, or what would have happened if. So I said to myself, yeah, let's go for it. I believe in myself. Let me go for it. So I was like, cool, I'll go for it. And then it was weird though, because the audience at the time had on face masks.
Oh, yeah.
They had on face masks, which threw me. Because as a comedian, you want to hear laughter. I need to hear you, ha ha ha. But everyone, it was weird. But I'm already there now. Judges in front of me. And I brought my son as well. So my son was in the audience and my brother.
Nice.
And then I just went for it. And then
proud moment.
Simon Cowell, boom! Hit that golden buzzer.
From Simon as well.
Yeah. Because you know what's mad? See, backstage, backstage for hours. Like, they wanted us there like 7 a.m. I think I went on stage like 6 p.m.
Oh, gosh.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But remember, there's bare people.
Yeah.
So everyone, you start talking to everyone because you're all in this big room. So everyone's like, they're all going for golden buzzer.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just wanted 4 yeses, I didn't really know about the golden buzzer thing. But they're all like, oh, I'm going for this. And I didn't realize they had so much research. They knew what type of contestants that the judges liked. So they knew that Simon loved pets. So like some of them are like, I reckon I'm gonna get the golden buzzer from Simon because they know I got my pet and this. What? And they knew that Amanda Holden likes quirkiness, like something crazy, make her laugh. She loves it. So they're gunning for whose golden buzzer they wanted. I didn't even know that. They're like, and even Anton Deck, they got a golden buzzer as well. So there's 5 golden buzzers on the show, not just the 4 judges. But I'm not really thinking of it like that. I'm just like, I just want to hear, yes, you're through. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah.
But I done my thing, and then I got the golden buzzer from Simon. But when I went backstage, because the news travels quick, by the time he's pressed it, backstage already know.
Yeah.
So when I've gone backstage, I remember people was like, but you wasn't even too bothered with it. So I can understand, I suppose they kind of was a bit peed off because they're like, you're talking about, I'm not really bothered. And then I've come back, big golden buzzer from Simon. Yeah, I remember there was a little...
But that proves and that shows that when you're passionate and you're confident about what you do, you're not really caring in a way like what other people kind of think, because you're just being you.
Yeah.
And people, especially in this industry, prefer yourself to be yourself.
100%. And it worked. It really worked.
That must have been like...
It was weird. It was weird because it's like instantly, see when you're golden buzzer, because you got people that go through and you got people that golden buzzer means like you stand out exceptionally. Like it's like the judges saying, I vouch for you. You're with me. You're representing me throughout the show now. So I didn't realize that what it was. So when all the golden buzz have been picked, it's come like weeks ahead. Like we're all in the newspaper. Do you know what I mean? We're in the newspaper regular. My face is in the newspaper.
Man from West London.
Yeah. But another catch-22 to this, obviously journalists dig up. What do you think they dug up?
Your jail. Yeah.
Bastard. Slap that in the mirror, in the sun. Yeah, and I've never experienced journalists writing about me, but I didn't realize that when journalists write, they have to make it sound juicy.
Yeah.
They have to make it sound, you know what I mean?
Over the top.
Yeah, ex-convict, now attempted comedian, whatever they want to, do you know what I mean? I was told by BGT PR, don't read that.
Yeah.
Because the PR, they know what the newspapers are going to say the day before. So they get like, I don't know what it is, but they get
like
they get to see it. So they're
yeah.
like, tomorrow morning, like, just don't look, just that kind of thing. Wow. Obviously I looked, but she, she
made you smile, mate. What?
No, it didn't make me, it just made me, I was prepared because I'm like, I'm not even focusing on that. I'm focusing on like the semi-finals. Let me get through that. But the finals was the scariest bit. Because my birthday's 2nd of June and the finals was the 3rd of June. Yeah. I didn't even celebrate it, but I just thought, listen, I just said to everyone on my social, just vote for me, please. That's it. That's what I want. I got last 3. I'm good. Yeah. I ain't beating no kids. And it's a school teacher as well. He's got a nice quirky look. He like this. All the journalists had nothing to say about these man. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, I got top 3. That's good.
Yeah.
And then Tom Ball got knocked out, and it's me and a kid. And I'm like, Ross.
You're competing.
Yeah, it's mad. But at the same time, I'm thinking, I'm not going to, kids always win.
Yeah.
And I remember Anna and Dex standing between us and the winner of Britain's Got Talent is, and they pause for time. There's when I say time, they pause for time. I'm sure you can hear my heartbeat. Time. And they lifted up my arm. I was like, Axel Blake. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Crazy, man. I could imagine.
Mad.
Your family, how they would have felt. And you have children. At this point, you had your daughter.
She was there watching. She thought it was FaceTime. She didn't know what. She was going, Dad on TV. She didn't know what was good. But my son, he was, because he was in the audience with me.
And that's another thing, like your relationship with your son, because you guys had your own podcasts and stuff, because you went into that after.
After. So,
and for me, watching like Father Like Fun, right? Like Father Like Fun, and guys, check it out. It's actually really, really fun. It's nice to see with his son, and they can have fun.
Yeah.
How is it like working with your son?
It's fun. At the same time, I've still got to be a parent. Do you know what I mean? Still got to be a parent. But when it comes to like the entertainment side, it's nice. It's like seeing his side and seeing, I suppose, because I got the knowledge, or I'm ahead in terms of the scene. And when I see certain things, I'll be like, you got to do it like this. And he's like, oh, okay. You got to do it like that. Project when you know? And it's like, he's taking it on board. So it's interesting to see how he will be like as an adult, where he would go. But I think it's important to have, not many people can do this, People are scared of public speaking. Yeah. Many people. So to have that skill set, even if you use it or not, it's just good to have it. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's just good to just, I got this, I could do that.
How do you manage to be happy?
I enjoy it. That's what I learned. You have to enjoy it. If you lose that, you kind of then fall. Your consistency ain't going to be there. And I've got a team, but it's when you only know what you've created once it's gone out. Yeah. You're like, okay.
A place like the Hive, Axel, what would that have meant to you growing up, understanding your skill and your craft? What would a place like this have meant for you?
It would have allowed me to create earlier. and find my creativity much earlier. And then hopefully find other like-minded people to then bounce off, you know. So instead of being on the roads or being at a youth club and just kicking a ball, I could have been somewhere, like-minded individuals, and went, oh, let's create this, or let's try that, or let's try this.
Yeah.
So yeah, this would have been amazing.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
man.
down the road as well.
Yeah, literally.
So,
Thank
Mom,
you.
I'm just going to the hive. All right, then.
Any advice that you would give to someone coming into the industry as a comedian or social median?
Social media, right? As a comedian, the advice is, I don't know what camera I'm going to look at, but I'm talking to you. I'm looking at this. Put your 10,000 hours in and just keep going. You've literally got to put as much out, and then find your comedy voice. So when I first started, my style is more observational and animated now. When I first started, I tried to do storytelling.
Wow.
Then I realized that's not for me. It's not my lane. But I tried it, and then I realized, and so you got to find your comedy voice. What style of comedy is you? And once you found it, you run with it, and just keep going. And you get stronger. You know your tone. You know how to talk. You know that's for comedy. For social media, I would say find your niche. Find your thing that's like, yeah, that's my thing that I want to be known for. And it doesn't have to be, obviously I'm doing comedy, but whatever it is, find your thing. And I've learned with social media, flood them, literally flood them with it. I saw a video by Mr. Beast actually. He said, you need to do 100 of whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Like you want to do your videos, 100 videos. And then after those 100 videos, that's when you can judge whether it works or not. You can't be doing 6 or 4. I don't really work. It's not enough time.
Yeah.
You haven't let it fester. Literally minimum 100. And I heard that and I said, all right, cool. I'm going to do 100 of my POV.
Where can we find your work?
You go TikTok and Instagram, same handle, which is Axel Blake. YouTube, I'm going to be doing a lot of YouTube. I decided 2025, I'm going to be doing long form content.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
Yes, I cannot wait.
Yes. That's Axel Blake TV. And I think from those platforms, you will find everything else.
Yeah.
So if I got anything new, I'll mention it there.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Axel.
Thank you for having
Sharing
me.
your experiences and just being yourself.
It felt good, you know.
Yes!
It did. It felt good just to, you know what I mean?
I'm glad it did.
All I needed was slippers and a little tea.
I told you
and
you could have taken your shoe off.
a little wine, like, shut up, but guess what? So it felt like a proper little,
Thank you.